Well, so I hope at this point everybody has completed their HOP assignment, and we're going to spend just a couple of minutes going over the course syllabus. The first week's assignment is for you to go ahead and upload your signed syllabus confirmation that you see right here. So you're going to be downloading the syllabus confirmation. It's a Word document. When you click on that, it will open up the Word document. You'll save that to your computer, sign it, and then save that signed Word document to your computer, and then you can go back over here and upload it. Okay, that's due by 8/20. All right, that's by this coming Sunday. So before we do that, I wanted to go over the syllabus and spend a couple of minutes with that. I also highly encourage you to go ahead and do that as well. So you want to make sure that you read through the syllabus, understand it, take a look at the assignment schedule, and make sure you understand that. And then you can go ahead and complete that first assignment. Okay? So let's first open up the syllabus. For those of you who are taking a college course for the first time, just want you to be aware of what a syllabus is. It's primarily all the resources and information for a particular course in one document. It's something that you want to make sure that you either print out or you always know where to go find it. If you have questions, that's always one of the first places that you want to go look. This course syllabus provides you with my contact information. When is the best time to contact me, which is primarily Tuesdays and Thursdays between 10 and 11, or between 12:15 and 1:30. It's probably the best time to try calling me at this number. If between those times, you can email me and I'll try to get back up to you. It also tells you where I am located, which is in the Natural Resources Building off of Vocation Drive on campus here. Also, if you need to get up with somebody quickly, Jenny Carver is our department assistant, and she's available Monday through Thursday from 9 o'clock until 4 o'clock. So you can give her a call, and she can certainly relay a message to me. So the course syllabus also describes a description of this particular class. We're going to be covering, introducing a lot of different topics in about forestry and forest management, and so you want to kind of read through that and see what all the different areas that we're going to be covering will be. The instructional materials, very important. This is the textbook that you need to purchase for this class. We'll be reading about 3 to 5 chapters out of it. And you are expected to have reliable internet sources. Okay, of course, this is an online course, so that would be expected. So if you have a computer that keeps bogging down on you, you may want to think about trying to take a different format of the class, or we do have a face-to-face, or upgrading your computer and making sure that it's going to be reliable. All assignments, with the exception of online quizzes and tests, you're going to be submitting things as either a Word document or an Adobe PDF. I prefer Adobe PDF, and you can easily convert from a Word document to an Adobe PDF document by going, when you have the Word document open, you go File, Save As, and then you'll see an area where it says File Type. You can click on that. It's a little drop down, and you'll see PDF. And you can save it with the same name. You can save it both as a Word document and a PDF document. I prefer the PDF documents to be loaded, but if you can't do that, Word will work okay. If we have some real problems, we may have to contact each other and get things worked out. We also have some other assigned readings. They are typically in PDF format, and or I may be having you go out to a website to go read different information. So there's a lot of stuff out there on the web that we're going to be using in this course. These primarily are in PDF format, and as they are assigned, we'll let you know which ones you need to be reading. Other thing in the syllabus is the course competencies. Those are the things that we would expect you to gain from this class. So when you're all done with this class, you can pat yourself on the back, because hopefully you will have learned these 36 different competencies, and they vary from many, many different areas, such as defining soils, understanding what timber harvesting is all about, ecological questions, biological questions, all kinds of really cool stuff that you're going to learn in this class. So got those all listed there for you. We do have an attendance policy, and our attendance policy is really a two-edged sword here, unfortunately. If you fail to complete 15% or more of the total assignments in the class, I have to drop you from the class, give you a W, means withdrawal from the class. Okay, 15%. If I added up all the assignments that I've given you this semester, and that translates into about 6 or more assignments, such as discussion board, quizzes, or reading assignments, and the natural resource news assignment that I'm going to be assigning you. So just keep an eye out and make sure that you're not dropping on a weekly basis below 6 or above 6. Hopefully you won't ever get to that point, but just want you to be aware, because I will have to keep an eye on it, and I will have to drop you. That's our school rules here. The other way that you could conceivably get dropped from this class is if you fail to participate once every 14 days in the class. Okay, so you need to at least check in with me. Even if you're not doing the homework for whatever reason, you need to check in with me at least once every 2 weeks. Okay, so if that happens, then you are going. If you go past 14 days, I will have to give you a withdrawal from the class. You can withdraw on your own if you want. The last date to withdraw from the class is November 15th, and you can just click right here. Request for withdrawal online, or you can contact me and I can walk you through that process if you need to. I'll be grading you based on a number of different categories. We have discussion board questions. Basically, that is a way for you to get involved with the course. You can type in some questions. You are required actually to type in a question each week, and I encourage you to respond to other people's questions. I'm going to make every effort to respond to as many questions as I can. I may not necessarily be able to get to all of them, but it is due, just like all the other assignments, it's due by the end of the module, which is typically a Sunday night by 11:55 p.m. The question that you need to ask is directly related to the topic of the module. If you look through the questions and you see somebody else is asking the same question that you want to ask, they've already got it. So you need to pick a different question. Okay, so a couple of weeks, probably 3 weeks out of the semester, instead of doing the discussion board questions, I'm going to be asking you to get involved with what we call the Big Blue Button Virtual Classroom. And these are live sessions that you can log in, and you and I and everybody else in the class who's logged in will be able to talk. So I'm hoping to do that as one session coming around week 4, and then also just before the midterm as a midterm study session, and then also just before the final exam as a final exam study session. So I'm hoping that you come to those with your questions, and then we can deal with those at life basis. So we also have weekly quizzes and reading assignments, and those will also be, they can either be one or the other, or they can be both. I think I have about three or 4 weeks where you actually do both a quiz and a reading assignment. So the quiz is you open up the quiz and you continue through the quiz answering the questions. It's all open book. You will not be able to ask other people answers for questions. It's solely your own work, but you can scour through the lecture notes and the reading material to help you find the answers. Those are going to be multiple choice, short answer, true or false. Reading assignments will probably be a Word document that you download, and you answer the questions, and then you upload the answers to those questions. Prior to the week of the week prior to the Thanksgiving break, we are going to be the natural resource news assignment will be due, and I'll spend a little bit of time talking about that in my next video for you. But that is, you're going to be doing 4 natural resource related news articles and your own analysis on those articles. So it's a pretty lengthy document. It'll end up being about 3 or 4 pages long, and that will be due the week just prior to Thanksgiving break. So stay tuned. You'll hear a video on that in a little bit. Midterms and final exams are one will be after Module 8, and then the second will be after Module 15. So they are not, the final exam is not comprehensive. It's pretty much from Modules 9 through 15. Okay, so first half of the course, then second half of the course. And they are going to be time limited to 90 minutes. They will be open book, but you will not be able to ask other people for questions. I'm going to have you sign a document to that that says that you're going to be honorable in that. Okay, so how are everything graded? Discussion boards and then the live sessions are worth 10% of your grade. Quizzes and reading assignments worth 40, big chunk because you're doing a lot of them. Natural resource news assignments worth 10%, and then about 40% of your grade will be the midterm and the final exams. Okay, we're on the 10-point grading scale. Essentially, if anything comes in late, the quizzes, once the deadline is hit, you cannot take the quiz. But the reading assignments, and things like the news articles, you can be late up to 1 week, but be aware I'm going to be taking 10 points off a day for every day that you're late on that. So you won't make a very good score on those. And then after 1 week, it's no longer acceptable. So, as you can see, we have a lot of good topics here. I'm going to be turning on topics probably about halfway through each week. So halfway through this week, I'll be opening up the second module for August 21st and those sorts of things. Okay, so consider these as the various modules we'll be talking about. That's how everything is kind of organized in this class. Inclement weather. Let me back up just really quick. Thanksgiving break, we do have work that's going on over Thanksgiving. There are essentially there are no days off during an online course, but it shouldn't be too hard. Okay, you can see where the midterm lines up, early October, and where the final exam lines up. Inclement weather, again, we do not have days off due to inclement weather, so that's just some other information you need to know. It's not subject to weather delays or closings. Okay, so if you do need to contact somebody, first contact me if you're having some concerns with this course, and then you can go to my supervisor if I'm not able to respond to you or to give you a satisfactory response. Dr. John Sherman, here's his contact. And then the third level of contact would be our dean at the for the Art Sciences and Natural Resources. And then the fifth contact would be the Vice President of Instruction, Wendy Hines. But start here first, okay? And if you have some concerns and you have some things that you really need to discuss, okay? We want to make things work out for you, and I'm sure we can. I do reserve the right to change things in the syllabus as time goes by, and so if I do, I will give you good, clear notification. Okay, and so that's it for this one. We're going to stay tuned for the next video, and we're going to be covering some of the other important topics just prior to this class beginning.